Глаголы для исследований.
To analyze data.
Анализировать данные.
To analyze data.
To analyze data.
To analyze data.
To interpret findings.
Интерпретировать результаты.
To interpret findings.
To interpret findings.
To interpret findings.
To evaluate evidence.
Оценивать доказательства.
To evaluate evidence.
To evaluate evidence.
To evaluate evidence.
To hypothesize.
Выдвигать гипотезу.
To hypothesize.
To hypothesize.
To hypothesize.
To investigate a topic.
Исследовать тему.
To investigate a topic.
To investigate a topic.
To investigate a topic.
To assert a claim.
Утверждать тезис.
To assert a claim.
To assert a claim.
To assert a claim.
To illustrate a point.
Иллюстрировать мысль.
To illustrate a point.
To illustrate a point.
To illustrate a point.
To demonstrate a method.
Демонстрировать метод.
To demonstrate a method.
To demonstrate a method.
To demonstrate a method.
To postulate.
Постулировать.
To postulate.
To postulate.
To postulate.
To quantify results.
Определять количество.
To quantify results.
To quantify results.
To quantify results.
To infer meaning.
Делать вывод о значении.
To infer meaning.
To infer meaning.
To infer meaning.
To synthesize ideas.
Синтезировать идеи.
To synthesize ideas.
To synthesize ideas.
To synthesize ideas.
Слова-связки для эссе.
Furthermore.
Более того.
Furthermore.
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 Consequently.
Следовательно.
Consequently.
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 In contrast.
В противоположность.
In contrast.
In contrast.
In contrast.
Nevertheless.
Тем не менее.
Nevertheless.
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 Moreover.
Кроме того.
Moreover.
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 Therefore.
Поэтому.
Therefore.
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 On the other hand.
С другой стороны.
On the other hand.
On the other hand.
On the other hand.
Similarly.
Аналогично.
Similarly.
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 In conclusion.
В заключение.
In conclusion.
In conclusion.
In conclusion.
For instance.
Например.
For instance.
For instance.
For instance.
Hence.
Отсюда.
Hence.
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 Thus.
Таким образом.
Thus.
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 Академические существительные.
An implication.
Подразумеваемое следствие.
An implication.
An implication.
An implication.
A phenomenon.
Явление, феномен.
A phenomenon.
A phenomenon.
A phenomenon.
A theoretical framework.
Теоретическая основа.
A theoretical framework.
A theoretical framework.
A theoretical framework.
A paradigm shift.
Смена парадигмы.
Paradigm shift.
A paradigm shift.
A paradigm shift.
A key component.
Ключевой компонент.
A key component.
A key component.
A key component.
A clear distinction.
Четкое различие.
A clear distinction.
A clear distinction.
A clear distinction.
The main objective.
Основная цель.
The main objective.
The main objective.
The main objective.
Research methodology.
Методология исследования.
Research methodology.
Research methodology.
Research methodology.
A valid assumption.
Обоснованное предположение.
A valid assumption.
A valid assumption.
A valid assumption.
The overall consensus.
Общий консенсус.
The overall consensus.
The overall consensus.
The overall consensus.
A crucial factor.
Решающий фактор.
A crucial factor.
A crucial factor.
A crucial factor.
A new perspective.
Новая точка зрения.
A new perspective.
A new perspective.
A new perspective.
A correlation.
Корреляция.
A correlation.
A correlation.
A correlation.
A hypothesis.
Гипотеза.
A hypothesis.
A hypothesis.
A hypothesis.
An analysis.
Анализ.
An analysis.
An analysis.
An analysis.
Точные прилагательные для описаний.
Empirical data.
Эмпирические данные.
Empirical data.
Empirical data.
Empirical data.
A comprehensive review.
Всеобъемлющий обзор.
A comprehensive review.
A comprehensive review.
A comprehensive review.
A plausible explanation.
Правдоподобное объяснение.
Plausible explanation.
A plausible explanation.
A plausible explanation.
Fundamental principles.
Фундаментальные принципы.
Fundamental principles.
Fundamental principles.
Fundamental principles.
A significant finding.
Значимое открытие.
A significant finding.
A significant finding.
A significant finding.
A robust method.
Надежный метод.
A robust method.
A robust method.
A robust method.
Intrinsic value.
Внутренняя ценность.
Intrinsic value.
Intrinsic value.
Intrinsic value.
A subsequent chapter.
Последующая глава.
A subsequent chapter.
A subsequent chapter.
A subsequent chapter.
A profound impact.
Глубокое влияние.
Profound impact.
A profound impact.
A profound impact.
A rigorous analysis.
Тщательный анализ.
A rigorous analysis.
A rigorous analysis.
A rigorous analysis.
An ambiguous statement.
Двусмысленное утверждение.
An ambiguous statement.
An ambiguous statement.
An ambiguous statement.
Qualitative research.
Качественное исследование.
Qualitative research.
Qualitative research.
Qualitative research.
Quantitative research.
Количественное исследование.
Quantitative research.
Quantitative research.
Quantitative research.
Systematic approach.
Систематический подход.
Systematic approach.
Systematic approach.
Systematic approach.
Relevant information.
Релевантная информация.
Relevant information.
Relevant information.
Relevant information.
Формальные альтернативы простым словам.
To commence, start.
Начинать, старт.
To commence, start.
To commence, start.
To commence, start.
To acquire, get.
Приобретать, get.
To acquire, get.
To acquire, get.
To acquire, get.
To demonstrate, show.
Демонстрировать, шоу.
To demonstrate, show.
To demonstrate, show.
To demonstrate, show.
To assist, help.
Помогать, содействовать, help.
To assist, help.
To assist, help.
To assist, help.
To require, need.
Требовать, need.
To require, need.
To require, need.
To require, need.
To utilize, use.
Использовать, уси.
To utilize, use.
To utilize, use.
To utilize, use.
To inform, tell.
Информировать, тел.
To inform, tell.
To inform, tell.
To inform, tell.
To obtain, get.
Получать, get.
To obtain, get.
To obtain, get.
To obtain, get.
To reside, live.
Проживать, life.
To reside, live.
To reside, live.
To reside, live.
To terminate, end.
Прекращать, end.
To terminate, end.
To terminate, end.
To terminate, end.
To request, ask for.
Запрашивать, ask for.
To request, ask for.
To request, ask for.
To request, ask for.
To provide, give.
Предоставлять, give.
To provide, give.
To provide, give.
To provide, give.
Фразы для научных дискуссий.
To concede a point.
Уступить в вопросе.
To concede a point.
To concede a point.
To concede a point.
To refute an argument.
Опровергнуть аргумент.
To refute an argument.
To refute an argument.
To refute an argument.
To elaborate on an issue.
Подробнее остановиться на вопросе.
To elaborate on an issue.
To elaborate on an issue.
To elaborate on an issue.
To challenge a view.
Оспорить точку зрения.
To challenge a view.
To challenge a view.
To challenge a view.
To advocate for a position.
Выступать за позицию.
To advocate for a position.
To advocate for a position.
To advocate for a position.
To take issue with a claim.
Не соглашаться с утверждением.
To take issue with a claim.
To take issue with a claim.
To take issue with a claim.
To put forward a theory.
Выдвинуть теорию.
To put forward a theory.
To put forward a theory.
To put forward a theory.
To summarize the points.
Обобщить основные моменты.
To summarize the points.
To summarize the points.
To summarize the points.
To concur with an opinion.
Согласиться с мнением.
To concur with an opinion.
To concur with an opinion.
To concur with an opinion.
To address a concern.
Рассмотреть проблему.
To address a concern.
To address a concern.
To address a concern.
To reiterate a statement.
Повторить утверждение.
To reiterate a statement.
To reiterate a statement.
To reiterate a statement.
To dispute the facts.
Оспаривать факты.
To dispute the facts.
To dispute the facts.
To dispute the facts.
Лексика для отчетов и презентаций.
Preliminary findings.
Предварительные результаты.
Preliminary findings.
Preliminary findings.
Preliminary findings.
A longitudinal study.
Лонгитюдное исследование.
A longitudinal study.
A longitudinal study.
A longitudinal study.
Peer-reviewed journal.
Рецензируемый журнал.
Peer-reviewed journal.
Peer-reviewed journal.
Peer-reviewed journal.
Data collection.
Сбор данных.
Data collection.
Data collection.
Data collection.
A control group.
Контрольная группа.
A control group.
A control group.
A control group.
Statistical significance.
Статистическая значимость.
Statistical significance.
Statistical significance.
Statistical significance.
The scope of the study.
Масштаб исследования.
The scope of the study.
The scope of the study.
The scope of the study.
A case study.
Тематическое исследование.
A case study.
A case study.
A case study.
To cite a source.
Цитировать источник.
To cite a source.
To cite a source.
To cite a source.
An abstract.
Аннотация.
An abstract.
An abstract.
An abstract.
Literature review.
Обзор литературы.
Literature review.
Literature review.
Literature review.
The findings suggest.
Результаты показывают.
The findings suggest.
The findings suggest.
The findings suggest.
A variable.
Переменная.
A variable.
A variable.
A variable.
Validity.
Валидность.
Validity.
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 Reliability.
Надежность.
Reliability.
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 Фразовые глаголы в академическом контексте.
Carry out an experiment.
Проводить эксперимент.
Carry out an experiment.
Carry out an experiment.
Carry out an experiment.
Build on previous work.
Основываться на предыдущей работе.
Build on previous work.
Build on previous work.
Build on previous work.
Account for a change.
Объяснять изменения.
Account for a change.
Account for a change.
Account for a change.
Point out a flaw.
Указывать на недостаток.
Point out a flaw.
Point out a flaw.
Point out a flaw.
Rule out a possibility.
Исключать возможность.
Rule out a possibility.
Rule out a possibility.
Rule out a possibility.
Back up a claim.
Подкреплять утверждение.
Back up a claim.
Back up a claim.
Back up a claim.
Draw upon resources.
Опираться на ресурсы.
Draw upon resources.
Draw upon resources.
Draw upon resources.
Phase out old methods.
Постепенно выводить старые методы.
Phase out old methods.
Phase out old methods.
Phase out old methods.
Set out objectives.
Излагать цели.
Set out objectives.
Set out objectives.
Set out objectives.
Single out an example.
Выделять пример.
Single out an example.
Single out an example.
Single out an example.
Spell out the details.
Разъяснять детали.
Spell out the details.
Spell out the details.
Spell out the details.
Go through data.
Просматривать данные.
Go through data.
Go through data.
Go through data.
Break down the results.
Разбивать результаты на части.
Break down the results.
Break down the results.
Break down the results.